merebut hati adalah melalui perut. Karena banyak orang di dunia menyukai makanan dan minuman, tak terkecuali diplomasi. Beragam makanan dan masakan digunakan untuk membangun saling pengertian, mempererat hubungan antar manusia, masyarakat, dan bangsa. Halo, saya Graziasi Manjuntak. Dari Institut Français d'Indonésie IV Jakarta, saya akan membahas diplomasi gastronomi bersama dengan Duta Besar Prancis untuk Indonesia, Bapak Fabien Penone. Inilah International Corner Talks Culture. Bonjour, Monsieur l'Ambassadeur, ravi de vous rencontrer.
Bonjour Madame, ravi de vous rencontrer également et de vous accueillir aujourd'hui à l'Institut français.
Thank you for taking the time to talk with us today.
It's a pleasure to welcome you here today at the French Embassy at the French Institute.
Real pleasure. This place is very beautifully arranged, decorated. And can you please tell us what this French Gastronomy Week, Le Goût de France Adore is, and what is its purpose?
With pleasure. Actually, we are organizing the second edition of the Week of French Gastronomy in Indonesia. It will take place from today, the 1st of October, till the 13th of October. Throughout the archipelago, we will have more than 170 different restaurants and establishments participating in 23, 24 different cities on more than 16 islands. It is more than what we did last year. We are organizing this important event with partners, French and Indonesian partners. First, obviously, the French Embassy, the French Institute, as well as Business France, our trade agency, but also les Disciples d'Auguste Escoffier, which is a chain of French chefs, as well as for the first time a one-star Michelin chef coming especially for these events from Normandy, David Gallienne. We will also have some other partners like Le Cordon Bleu. Basically, there are two objectives. The first one is obviously to promote French gastronomy here in Indonesia, but also to encourage and share expertise between France and Indonesia. So we will have different events organized, co-organized by French and Indonesian chefs together. We will also go to different training institutes in Indonesia.
First thing first, what does eating mean to the French? Does it have to be a fresh, warm, and beautifully presented, or just eating whatever is available?
I think, like in every country, we like diverse things. It might be high-end gastronomy, but we also enjoy family gastronomy. We enjoy, what we call the bistronomy, just a simple bistro, simple food but tasty food. And I think when you are foodie, you like to enjoy these different kinds of gastronomy. And I have to say that French and Indonesians are foodies, so it's quite easy for our Indonesian friends also to share our pleasure to eat and exchange via foods.
Or what about the typical French breakfast? What is intended? What French dish is intended to fill you up in the morning?
The breakfast is quite an important moment for the French, obviously, because you eat bread, the baguette, or you eat the pastries like croissant or pain au chocolat, accompanied by some coffee or tea or coffee with milk. This is also a very important moment for the family, because this is the gathering moment before going to school, before going to your company. So this is a good moment to launch a joyful day with the whole family.
Oh, so that's a typical French breakfast?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Haha. Now, arguably, France's most famous pastry is the humble croissant. Tell us, what do you think makes croissants so popular in Indonesia, so that they can be found in almost every bakery, cafe, even convenience store? What makes it so popular?
I would say because it's good, it's tasty, it's easy to eat, and it's a good moment. It can be well mixed with coffee. You can use butter, especially good butter. We have excellent butter in France, for instance, from Normandy. So it's a simple thing, but very tasty, and we enjoy it.
So it's go-to breakfast.
That's with the breakfast, but you could also eat some other time in the day, especially in the afternoon, for instance, also.
Yeah, yeah.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. Oh, look at this gorgeous pastries.
Yes, we have a croissant and pain au chocolat also.
So you have this too in the morning, usually.
Exactly. The pain au chocolat with the chocolate, generally the children love it a lot. Yeah.
So yeah, because of the simplicity. So what makes it so popular? I mean, not just in Indonesia, but I think in the whole world.
I would say because we first people tried and they enjoy it, and then we have many also French chefs, pastry chefs, bakers who are real entrepreneurs and who travel all over the world, who open shops in other countries, so it becomes popular day after day with these entrepreneurs.
Thank you, Monsieur Ambassador. We will continue to the second segment.
With pleasure.
Demikian pemirsa, perbincangan saya dengan Duta Besar Prancis untuk Indonesia, Timor Leste, dan ASEAN, Bapak Fabien Penone.
You want some?
Yes, please. Oh, can I have, should I choose the pain au chocolat croissant? Thank you. Anda masih menyaksikan International Corner Talks Culture bersama Duta Besar Prancis untuk Indonesia, Timor Leste dan ASEAN, Monsieur Fabien Penone. Monsieur Ambassador, in the second segment we'll discuss how nations around the world use their cuisine to attract tourism and boost their economies. How do you view this?
Obviously, gastronomy is a very important tool of soft power. This is the case for France because we consider that it is a good way to promote the image of your country, to attract tourists, also to encourage investment in our country. So we build many tools, many instruments. We launch policies to promote this gastronomy throughout the world. Every ambassador, in a way, is also among his many activities in charge of promoting gastronomy. This week of French gastronomy here in Indonesia is a good opportunity to promote French gastronomy, but as I said before, also to encourage cooperation between France and Indonesia.
So you think there's a diplomatic element to it? How does it work?
Yes, I would say from scratch, since the beginning of diplomacy, gastronomy has always been a very important tool. One of our famous French diplomats, a minister for foreign affairs at the time of Napoleon and after Napoleon, said the best assistant for a diplomat is his cook.
Oh.
And he even said to Napoleon, give me good chefs and I will do you good treaties.
Oh, right.
So obviously when you have a good meal, it's easier for people to gather, they feel more comfortable, and so they are in a better mood to discuss and even negotiate.
So the French government, or France, does practice gastrodiplomacy. How did it turn out?
As I said before, it's a question of promoting the diversity of France, so showcasing our territories, showcasing the people, the chef, the artisans, the breeders, the farmers. We have such a diversity in France in terms of territories, not only mainland France, but also our overseas territories, that we could introduce different parts of our gastronomy.
What efforts has the French government made to increase an understanding and appreciation of French cuisine among the world community?
We organize events like this week. We have also another quite important event called Good France, which is also a prestige dinner we organize once a year.
For public?
No, it's a high-end prestige dinner,
okay.
But at the same time, we are also organizing menus with local restaurant, French menus. But we are also, accompanying French chefs in their visit in the world. We are supporting our farmers, our company in the agri-food business with Business France. This is the best way, to showcase this diversity.
Is this even still necessary, considering that French cuisine is already world famous and is recognized for its high quality?
It is always necessary. There is a lot of competition. French gastronomy is also changing. There are new publics, new audiences. The young people do not necessarily know France, so we need to give them a taste of what is France. So it's a constant effort. And I have to say that if you benchmark countries throughout the world, the one having a very efficient, active gastrodiplomasi, they are doing it in a sustainable way, in a long-term way, because it's a constant effort.
Last question for this segment, Mr. Ambassador. Do French and Indonesian gastrodiplomacy and cultural diplomacy perhaps some way, somehow intersect?
Yes, for sure. This week of French gastronomy is a very example. We are not only promoting French gastronomy, as I said, we have developed collaborative projects, being for vocational training, but also between restaurants. Last year, we had several French and Indonesian chefs working together, just inventing new meals together. This will be also the case this year. The Indonesian government has also launched several campaigns like Indonesia Spices of the World. We help them to develop their policies in France, and we would be very happy also to have more Indonesian restaurants in France. So basically there are many reasons to work together, because by promoting Indonesian gastronomy in France, it gives more visibility to Indonesia in France, so we will have more French people wanting to visit Indonesia, tourists, developing business, so it's a very positive circle.
And in your opinion, does this soft diplomacy also transcend political boundaries?
Yes, for sure. I think there is no link between political acquaintance and gastronomy. Gastronomy as an art is the universal language, so everybody is interested in gastronomy. And as I said before, Indonesians are real foodies, so the contacts and the dialogue with the French is quite easy.
Thank you for your views, Mr. Ambassador.
With pleasure.
Demikian pemirsa perbincangan saya dengan Duta Besar Prancis untuk Indonesia, Timor Leste, dan ASEAN, Bapak Fabien Penone. Sampai jumpa di segmen berikutnya. Anda kembali menyaksikan International Corner Talks Culture bersama dengan Duta Besar Prancis untuk Indonesia, Timor Leste, dan ASEAN, Bapak Fabien Penone. Mr. Ambassador, now it's time for the quiz.
I will enjoy this moment, please.
Let's do it. If you were to describe your country through a dish, what it would be and why?
I would say bouillabaisse from Marseille and the southern part of France, because I'm from the south of France. It's a mix, it's a soup composed of mixed fishes.
Oh, okay. And what do you have it normally? What season or any occasion, special occasion?
Every
perhaps?
time of the year, you know, fishermen, when they are back, the rest of the fishes, they put it together in a whole pot and they boil it, and this is bouillabaisse.
So it's typical French dish from Marseille?
Marseille and the southern part of France.
Oh, okay.
Excellent, you should try.
Oh, okay, we'll do. So, what's coming into your mind quite suddenly if somebody mentions Indonesia? What is the first thing that jumps to your mind?
Actually, many different pictures and images because your country is so diverse and so creative. Jakarta, because this is the capital, the center of the country, but I also enjoy going to Yogyakarta or Bali or Makassar. So many different experiences already from your country.
Have you had the chance to travel about and around Jakarta since you were assigned 2 years ago?
Yes, for sure. Actually, I try every month to visit 1 or 2 cities for 2 days. As you may know, we have a very important cultural network in Indonesia, Alliance Française and French Institute. So these are good opportunity for me to meet people, to exchange, to have dinners, discussions with local artists, students, businessmen. So I really insist on being present on the whole territory, as much as I can, because the country is so vast, obviously.
Yeah. Now, I will take you out and about through these images, and you will share your experience, your knowledge about the images. Are you ready?
This is the time of the quiz.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Are you ready?
I will try, yeah.
Okay. The first picture. Do you know what the statue is? Where it stands? Or who made it, probably?
Actually, it is for me quite familiar because every day when going to the office, I am passing via this roundabout, Bundaran Aceh.
Hotel Indonesia.
It's very close to the French Institute, and obviously it is a very important monument in Indonesia's history.
Yeah, exactly. It's only less than a kilometer away from where we are now. And it's the welcome statue, right? It depicts actually the openness of the Indonesian nation and was designed to welcome participants of the 4th Asian Games in Jakarta.
Yes, you can see it with the rising end, so it is giving a sense of energy and hope for the future of the country.
Yeah. Now moving on to the next one. Have you seen this painting?
Very famous painting, The Arrest of Prince Diponegoro by Raden Saleh. As you may know, Raden Saleh is quite famous in France because he lived in Europe for long during the 19th century, and he was very close to the Romanticism paintings and painters. And for instance, he was quite directly influenced by Eugène Delacroix, one of our most famous romantic painter. And actually even the French king at the time, Louis Philippe, bought a painting by Raden Saleh, which is a deer hunt in Java. And the painting is in this deer hunt in Java is in the French museum Le Louvre.
Yes. What about this? This traditional house. Have you ever seen this? What is this called?
The roof is quite traditional, I would say. It is from a typical Japanese house with this typical roof.
Yeah, it's called Rumah Joglo, Joglo Jawa, or Joglo House. Actually, it holds a deep philosophy that reflects the local wisdom of the Javanese people.
Okay.
And so you've been to some areas in Java?
I would say that because I love architecture, every time I visit a city, I'm looking at the houses, even the modern construction, you know, modern architects are also directly inspired by this kind of architecture, especially the roofs. Yes.
Okay. This one is more familiar, I think. From Java Island, let's move to the island of the
Bali,
gods.
I guess.
Yes, island of the gods.
I would say this is a typical cremation ceremony.
Yeah, for Hindus in Bali?
From Bali, I guess, from Hinduism. I hadn't the opportunity for the time being to directly be present for such a ceremony, but I've seen many pictures as well as a documentary about it.
Mm-hmm. This ngaben ceremony is also a symbol to purify the spirit of the deceased. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The last image, yeah, it's a folk dance, traditional dance.
Yes, it looks like, and I'm just looking at the outfits. I would say it's from the Sumatra region, if I'm correct.
North Sumatra province.
Very beautiful. Obviously, Indonesians are so impressive performers, dance performers, whatever the part of the country. So it's always a pleasure, you know, when I am invited to attend a dance ceremony. Wonderful, whatever the part. Yeah.
Wow, so you quite have a broad experience knowledge about Indonesia.
Yes, for sure.
Indonesian culture.
Be it music, be it dance, generally performing arts, Indonesians are excellent.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ambassador, for taking the time to talk with us today.
It was a great pleasure, and thank you for being with us. I would say that I would encourage everybody to participate to this week of French gastronomy. This is not only about promoting French products or French gastronomy, it's a huge opportunity to discuss about gastronomy between French and Indonesians, to share our values, to share our experience. So, bienvenue et participez à cette semaine de la gastronomie française en Indonésie. Merci.
Merci. Demikian pemirsa perbincangan saya dengan Duta Besar Prancis untuk Indonesia, Timur Leste dan ASEAN, Bapak Fabien Penone. Terima kasih telah menyaksikan International Corner Talks Culture. Sampai jumpa di episode berikutnya.